And the new reality brought by COVID-19 is the proliferation of online learning. According to a new UNICEF report, at least a third of the world's school children are unable to access remote learning. There are worries about the availability of home-based technology and tools needed for online learning among students and the availability of curriculum delivered across these platforms during school closures. Now, joining me to discuss this is the Executive Director, Youth Rise International. Good to have you join us this hour. Now, research suggests that online learning has been shown to increase retention of information and that, it also takes less time, meaning that the changes that coronavirus have caused might be here to stay. Do you agree with that?
Thank you very much, TVC News, for such a great work you are doing, and it's my pleasure to be on your show. Yes, I definitely agree that online learning is something we need to tap into at this era where majority of schools have been closed down, children are losing out education, they need to bridge the gap between academic life. So yes, we need to go online. However, there are issues that we practically need to look at to ensure the safety of children as they study online.
All right, so a state like Lagos is looking to reopen schools in September. There are students who have been learning, all those who are online, but there are also students who have been left behind because of probably lack of access to these tools. So how do we bridge that gap?
Thank you very much. So yes, it's a real concern. Definitely, one of our policies of government across Africa are being made. It's usually assumed that every parent have access to technology that they can allow their children to use. But it's a reality that across the different villages and communities in the hinterland of the country, a lot of children do not have access to the internet. So definitely having the face-to-face education is something that nations across the world should consider. However, we need to ensure that the necessary precautionary measures are put in place so that children can have safety, so we don't end up leaving behind children who don't have access to technology, which is a stark reality.
So many experts advocate that going forward, either by legislation or policy, online learning should be part of the curriculum. Do you agree that that should be something we begin to look at going forward?
It's quite an innovative idea, but my submission would be that we need to do that gradually. Like I just said, it is not every child that is privileged to come from a home or a family or parent who are even illiterate, who are educated, who can afford an Android phone or an iPhone that they can connect to the internet space. So if you make it part of the mainstream education and we don't take our time to roll it out gradually, then a chunk of children will be left out. So yes, technology has come to change the world. We need to go for it, but we need to take our time to study it well and roll it out gradually we don't end up leaving some children behind.
All right, David, by your assessment, because another concern is that sometimes curriculums are not followed during this online learning process. So by your assessment, do you think that these tutors online are actually going along with the curriculum, or is just to keep the students busy at a time?
That is something that is a reality. I mean, my experience in Ghana, even the university system, I remember some of the students that my NGO, Youth Rise International, interacted with, they were writing their semester examination online. And sometimes the student will log into the internet space for an hour or two before they gain access. And whether teachers or lecturers are able to mark the script, and bring it back to them because of the number of pages of take-home exams that they write to. It's another question that it needs research and understanding. So yes, like I said before, technology has come to be with us, and we cannot run away from it. However, we need to really study the trend we are mentioning. We need to engage the lecturer, the teachers. We need to engage the student and find out the gaps. And based on those research evidence, then we can be able to put together a policy that has evidence that it will work. If you rush into it because technology is here, if you rush into it because COVID-19 has forced it to go online, and we don't take our time to really understand that dynamic, then we might have some challenges.
Executive Director, Youth Rise International, David Awusi, thanks for talking to us.
Thank you very much for the opportunity.